How? This is Tomohawk and welcome back everybody to another Fortnite DIY video. Last week I showed you how to make the porta fort, but today I'm going to show you how to make the brand new clinger. This took a couple of days to put together, but I'm super happy with the results, so now I'm going to show you how to make it. So for this DIY you're going to need yourself a polystyrene ball, some acrylic paint, a cardboard box, a crafting knife, a brush, some foam hangers, a plunger, preferably an orange one. First of all, what you want to do is you want to mark out the dead center of the polystyrene ball. For this one I'm using a whole one. It's thick all the way through. So what you want to do is make 2 points and try and get it so it goes straight through the center of the ball as possible. Then what you want to do is you want to cut it out just like so. I use a combination of a craft knife and a whole lot of luck with this one. Then what you want to do is just check assembly. You want to make it sure it's as snug as possible. So just do a couple of test fits before you start painting. You want to make it kind of snug as possible so the ball's not going to be constantly sliding off later on the process. Just like so. Next, what you want to do is you want to take the end of your plunger and draw a circle around your little circle cardboard box. Just take your time with this, try and get it dead center as possible. Next, what you want to do, you want to get some of these foam door hangers. I got these from a craft store. They were absolutely really cheap. I think it was like £1 for free. And the foam in them is going to be great for what we're going to need to do next. So for this, for the bottom of the clinger, there's 4 little triangles. So what I did here is I kind of just looked at pictures online and kind of eyeballed it, measured out 4 different ones, and then cut them out using a craft knife. Be careful using a craft knife. You guys know knives can be dangerous, so if you're not confident with using one, get a parent or guardian to help you out whilst doing it. And just try and do a neat job. And don't use a magazine for cutting it on either. Try and get a proper crafting board. These are the end results. Turned out pretty well. Tried to make them all as similar as each other. And then they're just going to go along here like that. But we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Right, the painting time. Grab your acrylic paint and paint that styrofoam ball. It will take a couple of coats, but this stuff is pretty quick drying. So just take your time. Make sure you get a nice even coating of everywhere. Just take your time. Just take your time. Next, what you want to do is you want to grab your lovely bottom base bit of the cardboard. Just paint that again. For this, I actually went over and used some black acrylic paint and kind of mixed it together to make it a bit darker. And then what you want to do is you want to grab your bottom triangles and paint it with some black paint. So next, we get into some more cutting of some foam. Now, these are for little details of holding in the triangles together. So what you want to do is you want to cut them into little pieces. You are going to need 8 of these and make a little slit down the middle, but not all the way through, just so you can kind of bend them in half so they can act like little hinges later on. So what you want to do is make 8 of them, make them all the same size. Next, what you want to do is you want to make the outside frame for where the blue light would be. Again, with all of these measurements, I was just looking at the picture and kind of like eyeballing them up. Next, what I got some pins, painted them silver, painted the styrofoam to also a silver color. As I've said before, made the cardboard a little darker color, and then painted the frame for the light. Next comes to the assembly. So we have got our black triangles. We're now going to pop the silver bits on. So this is going to add detail to the design. This bit's a bit fiddly, so put a bit of glue down, hold it center, and then for the extra touch, what you can do is you can grab your safety pins and just pop them through. just like that. I'll hold it in place and it'll also add to the design later. Do both sides, just be careful with this and take your time. So next what we've got is we have, now this was a weird one, for the blue light I didn't know what to do with it, so I got some blue foam and I actually got a swimming cap for the top bit. So I cut up a swimming cap for it just to try and get the blue effect that I wanted, and chopped them up into pieces just like that and then glued it together. So next I had a good idea of using the remaining pins I had to place through the center of the cardboard, and then we would attach our triangles to it there. This was going to add it so it would be a lot more snug and secure in there. Because just gluing it straight to the side, it wouldn't be that secure. So adding the extra pin would have been fine, and nobody's going to see it at the end of the day, and it's just gonna hold it together a lot better. So glue each bit and the black triangle, hold it in place for a little while, and then add 4 around it. Also, if you want, you can use a black Sharpie and draw on the pin so it looks like little screws, just like it would on the clinger itself. So let this all dry, and then your end results look something like this. So now it's time to test fit it all. Grab your polystyrene ball and just make sure it still fits on top of the plunger. It should do, unless you've painted over the hole or something else like that. Right, for the next part, what you want to do is you want to grab your blue foam, which you cut out earlier, and stick it onto the polystyrene ball. Try and get it as center as possible. As with all this design, I've basically just been looking at the pictures of the clinger constantly and trying to eyeball it up. And then add the black frame over the top of it. And then it's coming together nicely. So next, I noticed I'm designing it had some huge screws sticking out the side of it. So I went and bought a couple of bolts and just pretty much just pushed them straight into the polystyrene ball. I did try using a screwdriver method, but it did not work. So just be brave, push them in, hope for the best, and try and line it up so they're in line with the black frame bit. So next, the pins that I painted earlier, you want to stick them in. Now this picture, it took me a while to find some side shots of the clinger, but basically it's got like a little bit of a tape on the side of it. So I got some foam, painted it a grey colour, and then just stuck it to the side and then added the pins as well. And here is the end result. This is about 4 days work being done. I added some black masking tape all the way down to add a couple of finishing touches on, and it just looks great. And I also added in the boom, just like it has on the picture of the clinger. So that's it, that's the end result. And I also added this little bottom bit out of a bit of styrofoam and a ring. So everyone, I made it. It looks pretty good. This is 4 days labor of love right now. It was good to do. I'm really proud of the bottom bit because it just using the styrofoam and stuff for a change, it was so much easier to cut and paint, and the end product, I'm super happy with it. You guys have seen some better closer shots, so I don't have to hold it super close to the camera. But we've got the little bits, even like the little boom written on it and stuff like that. But yeah, I think this is like probably one of the best things I've ever made. I'm really happy with it. I just can't believe how well it turned out, and I'm never letting anyone touch this or giving it to anyone. But I did promise one of my friends I'd make him one for his birthday, so I'm gonna have to do the process all again. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to give it a like and let me know in the comment section down below what to make for next week. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye! Plunger power! It won't come off!